Hello, viewers. You're welcome to DS Online TV. My name is Pius Athony, and I'm your host. This is our MC. He's young, energetic, and has all the energy to put into work. Today, we have him here to speak to us on things that are happening in our municipality and give us an overview of everything happening around here. Viewers, help me welcome our Municipal Chief Executive, Honorable Kumi. Honorable, you're welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm grateful I'm in this studio. A very significant work done here. I've been following DS online.
Wow.
But I have never thought of the fact that you young guys are so involved in such a significant work, having a beautiful studio. I'm impressed. And I'm tempted to say we should be partners.
Thank you. Really appreciate that.
Yeah.
That is a step in the right direction for us as young people. When we have our leaders supporting us, that gives us a lot of energy and power to do what we have started.
Sure.
And we really, really appreciate what you have just said. God bless
you. Very
significant.
I appreciate everything that I've witnessed here. In realism, if we talk about unemployment, these are some of the diversions we should be looking at. I had some young men in my office this morning who, based on our conversation, it was more of, after our first session of processes, help us secure jobs. Places that we currently running our services at, let's have an opportunity to be retained. So, yes, I told them we will pull up and see what it is we can do.
Okay.
But my belief is that we should start thinking about how to create things ourselves.
Sure.
I don't know who brought this idea up. I don't know who is sponsoring you. But I just see young people so involved in building an entrepreneur for themselves. How many staffs do you have?
So I can't give that figure off head, but because of it's a startup, so there are a lot of cash.
But I see a lot of young guys around, and I believe that this gives them a lot of things that they could do by themselves and take care of themselves. These are some of the things we should be promoting within our environment. And like I said, I'll be happy to be a partner. Let's see what it is that we can do together.
Thank you.
Let's get more people employed in here. It gives us that relief, even as a municipality, as leaders.
Exactly.
And then we see our young ones grow, not only in this place, probably seeing you beyond Hohoe, going through to Pando, Fajato South, and all other areas that you could reach and then get more people, more studios working out with. So I'm so proud of DS Online.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Really appreciate your kind words. And so we'll be delving into questions that will even have you speak more on entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
But let's quickly start with asking your vision for the municipality as you've taken over as the municipal chief executive. What's your vision? What are you having in mind for the municipality?
Thank you very much. I didn't recollect your name.
Pius.
Pius, good. I'm a young man that has limited time to run a very fast race. I say this because whilst I picture the municipality as my focus, I also have a huge responsibility towards my appointing authority, the President of the Republic, President John Dramani Mahama. He is so focused on leaving legacies. And his belief is that the legacies can only be left behind for the people down the various places. What it means is that the local government must be so effective to the extent that the legacies must be left behind through us that he has appointed.
Okay.
And that is why I would say I have no option than to stay within his vision of leaving legacies behind. And then in addition to that, I have listened to the good people of Hohoe, our chiefs, our queen mothers, our pastors, the business communities. We've been doing some few engagements. People visit me in the office, and the assembly itself has its own vision, development in peace. And generally, that should be the picture. If you have to deal with the details of it, I believe that as the direction of your questions come, we'll deal with the details of it. But it should be about developments with a difference for me in peace.
Okay.
Let us not just remain with the regular things that we see. And I want to see a municipality that is able to generate revenue.
Okay.
That is even beyond the common fund we receive.
Okay.
And my first week in office has been so focused on ways by which we should generate revenue that we could tackle things beyond people's imagination.
Okay.
I believe that when we aim that high, even if we are falling, the stage at which we will land
it will
be
better.
reasonable.
Yes.
Yes. I want to see a municipality that is very clean.
Okay.
I want to see a municipality that the entry roles will not be what will give us bad picture.
Okay.
People going away or people visiting you for funerals, people visiting for tourism activities, and there is so much concern about all your roads are bad.
Okay.
I want to see a municipality where we become an educational hub.
Okay.
I see you has permanent campus completion and its full operationalization, changing the economic story of Hohoe.
Honorable, you are already trying to answer most of my questions, but I want to just put it a little bit more focused. So, what do we have any infrastructure developments underway now since you took office?
Yes. Before our appointment, my MP has been doing some huge engagements.
Okay.
Relating to the roads. Yes. Because it was terrible, and we were just landing into the rainy season.
Terrible was even too good a word.
Yes.
It's worse more than terrible.
So quickly, I think he did a lot of engagement with the road minister just upon his appointment, and that has been helpful. And the Fodome Road to Hohoe.
Yes.
If I don't know if your cameras have been there in recent times.
We'll be getting there.
Yes, contractors are on site.
Sure.
And then the main Eastern Corridor Road between Kolem Kwati thereabouts towards Hohoe.
They are at Avegan.
Avegan,
that's
that
where
area.
Yes, I've seen them keep some.
They are mobilizing to site. They're currently doing some cutting of surface that I am aware of.
Yes.
So largely on roads, staffs of this kind are ongoing. I know that some contracts were also running in terms of school buildings.
Okay.
Before we came.
No, but before you go to the school building, there you have not spoken about Sanko stretch.
Yes, I am not much aware of which part of the Sanko stretch, because there was some overlay.
Yes.
Before the election.
Yes.
Beyond that, I don't think
nothing significant has
yes.
Yeah, I'm asking. So from your office, when you took over, you spoke about some engagements the MP has made. Has he also considered the Sanko stretch and then the Likpe stretch?
Yes, they are all link roads.
Okay.
There was an existing project, even from opposition, that I'm aware of.
Okay.
There's something we call a link road.
Okay.
From Kwati through Fodome. Then there was a diversion to Beledi.
Okay.
And then the same stretch through Huli. Then back through Likpe.
Yes.
Then through Bala.
Okay.
It is kind of a circular road. It is called Tourism Road Project.
Okay.
To develop the tourism areas so that the road, so from Kwati, of Huli waterfalls.
Exactly.
Then the Liati, then the mountain at Afajato.
Yes.
Yes. So that project was ongoing. it is that I think the project was ongoing before we lost power as NDC
Okay.
in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
There was an additional overlay after we lost power. In fact, we did the first coaching. Then there was an additional, what people normally call second coat.
Yes.
But that project ended at Bili. Then the Bilidi stretch was also hanging, which I believe MPP did in their first term.
Okay.
So we were expecting that the Bili through Likpe,
Okay.
then ending at Bla,
Mm-hmm.
or let's now say Hampton, because the Bla area has been asphalted. So we were thinking that would have been done. Then that link road would have been sorted.
Exactly.
Then the Eastern Corridor Road would have taken care of the Sanko part of the road.
Okay.
There was one road you forgot, the Lolobi one.
Yes.
That one has nothing to do with these ones, which I believe that the other district, that is Jessica, or the OT area, the Guan area,
yes,
and then the Hohoe thing may have to link up to see what it is they'll have to do about that road.
Okay.
But for all the link roads, this has been the I believe the main road would have taken care of the Sanko part of it.
Okay.
This project was supposed to take care of the Likpe link.
Okay.
Then the Fodo main one would have continued and joined Hohoe.
Okay.
That would have sorted all our link road issues.
Okay.
But I don't know what happened to the Likpe one. We'll now look into the details to understand.
No problem. So you can continue with the school.
Yes. So I was saying that. So when I came to office, some projects were ongoing. So we finished there was one 6-unit classroom block at St. Mary's Alavanyo Huditi.
Okay.
That was finished and handed over. And then Agbinpegbe as well. Yes. Not much has been done. Yes. I took office less than a month.
Okay.
So that is how much, in terms of infrastructure, that is how much it is done.
So quickly, you realize that in recent times, our street lights, you cannot really tell. They are on, they are off. And it is not one of the best. Gone are the days when you are coming to Hohoe, you see that at least there are some lights. What are we doing in regards to the lights, the ones that are going bad? Are there plans to restore them?
Yes. I must be frank to say that I came to meet a lot of problems.
Okay.
And strangely enough, my first week in office, the first observation I had, and for which a lot of people called me, was the issue of the street lights.
Okay.
Even the white and blue poles were all off in town. You wouldn't see any on.
Exactly.
Yes. And then those that we normally hang on, the old poles, Lord, are also off. But thankfully, we've done some engineering work. Some work has been done. Some estimates has been brought up. So what I'm doing with my people at the assembly now is for us to look at some pre-financing to that effect, because it borders on issue of security.
Exactly.
So we see it as an emergency work. You know, our sources of funding has been either internally generated fund, or you are getting some donor funding, either urban development grant or something, or common fund. Common fund is what normally gives you that leverage.
Yes, that cushioning.
Yes. I think from the last quarter of 2024, last 2 quarters or so from 2024, has not even come.
Oh.
Not to talk about the inception of the new government.
Hey.
So what is running assembly today is generally the issue of IGF.
Wow.
Internally generated fund.
Wow.
So until around June, July, thereabout, where we are anticipating that some common fund will come. It's difficult pushing for a lot of things. So right now, what we're doing is to lay the structures, the foundation on how we want to take off.
Okay.
So a lot of engagements have been ongoing. But with the issue of electricity, we're paying some urgent attention to it, seeking some pre-financing to be able to deal with it. I'm sure from next week, some procurements will be done to help refix the lighting situation of Hohoe.
Okay, so I want to delve into sanitation, but I want to say that why can't we get some support from these organizations, because they also have corporate social responsibilities to the community in which they are operating? Can't they also support one way or the other to get the light up there?
Yes, that is what I'm saying. You know, these things work through processes.
Sure.
For example, you want to get a corporate social responsibility project, you should apply within a year, expecting it the following year.
Okay.
Because they also have to go through budgeting processes.
Exactly.
You have to evaluate to see if that is exactly what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, the corporate bodies are more into social services.
Sure.
Yes, I believe the street lighting should also be a social service.
Yes, should fall within that category.
So yes, we're doing some paperwork to alert
Mm.
them that they are operating within the municipality, and we'll seek their attention on some of these projects. But you should be specific. You should understand. You should know what it is that you want. Write to them and do follow-ups to be able to get. So it isn't as if maybe you just walk to the office and say, maybe give me some 10,000, give me some 5,000 to go fix this. It's difficult, but there was a huge concern. We'll be getting into roads, I don't know, but if you pick the Kelejo, the Cedar Road, that small stretch,
yes,
that never gets good.
Yes.
I'm so happy. I'm even receiving calls from individuals who say, well, we can support you with some small fuel so that we could pull the machines out from assembly for us to do some work on it. Yes, such ones are also good when individuals are ready to support.
Okay.
Yes, I just received a call from a friend who said, look, pull it up, let me see what it is I can also support you with.
That's beautiful.
So yes, we are happy for such. But the issue of electricity you are talking about,
the street light.
Yes, the street light.
Yes.
Is huge.
Okay.
It's quite a figure.
Okay.
Yes, it's quite a figure that we really have to must go through tendering processes.
Okay.
Yes. So, but we're hopeful that within some few weeks we should be able to get the street lights back.
Okay, thank you. In your earlier comment, you said you want, when you were talking about your vision, you said you want to leave a legacy, and you said you want to leave the city clean and neat. I have seen a couple of videos of you doing a lot of checking with regards to sanitation. You know, where I work, one of my bosses, Ni, will tell you that one challenge he has is with our station, how the whole place is littered. I also went somewhere to have a program. A white woman said, make sure everything is picked over here. I think it's a mentality issue, but how can we help as a municipality to actually curb the sanitation issues we see? A video somebody also put on social media just a while ago that if we don't do anything about it, our market is going to be a very filthy place. What plans have you got with regards to sanitation? Putting bins and things. And again, the Hohoe stretch, the main Hohoe stretch, they used to put a dustbin there. It's no longer there.
Yes.
What are the plans you have for us with regards to sanitation?
My brother, Hohoe is a junction.
Yeah, sure. It's a big junction
It's
to a lot of
big
places.
Junction.
Yes.
I see us as a link point between the northern part of Ghana and the southern part.
Very true.
When you move from northern part, that's Oti. Then the southern Hohoe is the center where people would have to hold.
Exactly true.
Rest.
Exactly.
Have fun. And then maybe move on. So my intentions, my mentality are very intentional when it comes to the cleanliness of Hohoe. But you see, you came to meet a system. Immediately, we are providing knee-jerk reactions to the situations we have met. Don't forget, Zoom Lion is under contract to handle sanitation issues in the municipality. They've had their own challenges. And sometimes, when I meet our mothers and fathers who work with them, I really pity the conditions under which they work. So demotivating. And you can imagine for some number of months, and people have not been paid that little token that they were supposed to be paid. You don't expect them to be waking up and motivated enough to be cleaning. And unfortunately, people they serve tend to be people who rather harass them, insult them, and create the impression as if the work they do is not important. That is why I stepped in.
Okay.
What we did was to ensure that before every market day, we go in as assembly workers.
Before every market day?
Yes, we go in as assembly workers.
Oh, please, market days are Mondays and Fridays.
Fridays.
So are you mentioning Sunday in that regard?
It is possible.
Okay.
You know, last Monday we were in the market to appeal to our mothers to contribute their revenues. And I went there and I was ashamed of myself asking for revenue. Because the whole place was littered. It was dirty. What was my moral right asking for revenue? Zoom Lion does not have the strength and capacity in terms of human resource in managing it alone. So what we did today was in preparation for tomorrow.
Okay.
So we took it from station through to the old market and to the new market.
Okay.
My staffs were there, from my MFO, my directors, my editor, my almost everybody, my engineers, they were there.
Since you are there yourself, every other person will fall in line.
And I was so happy. It was just we did that discussion on Tuesday.
Okay.
And the environmental unit decided to put some few things together.
Okay.
Put all of us together, the HR, and we went there just to support the Zoom Lion workers who were supposed to be there today.
Honorable, I permit me to cut in. The filth made in the market are made by us.
Yes.
And I always have a challenge with it when we would have to wait for the filth to be everywhere before we are planning to gather it and take it away.
That is exactly where I'm coming to.
Okay.
See, the problem with filth in Hohoe is not about gathering and collection. It needs a whole master set, a masterpiece.
Exactly.
And unfortunately, the people who seems to be managing the situation with us seems to be failing us. We are all within the space of just providing the collect and throw away method as of now. When I tell you the problem that is sitting within the environmental space for us to deal with, as we speak, our dumping site, the final dumping site,
okay,
at Binwegbe,
yes,
is of concern to the people of Binwegbe. We received letters of us vacating the place.
Wow.
Residents are beginning to spring up around the area, and genuinely, if I've bought land from you and I didn't buy from the other person, it cannot prevent the other person from developing his land.
Okay.
So we need to even start thinking about getting a new dumping site. And that brings in the issue of, can we start thinking about debt differently?
Okay.
I am beginning to feel that people do not appreciate the money that is sitting in debt. So I am meeting Zoom Lion, the environmental unit, and we are building a comprehensive plan on how to deal with debt in our environment in Hohoe. Okay. But for now, as we speak, as for the issue of this bin is not there, that bin is not there, the fact is, when I came, there was a contract document that was shown to me. Zoom Lions was supposed to supply 20 bins across the municipality.
As in the metal bins?
The big ones.
Okay.
Then, as we speak, the contract has reduced it to 11. We are expanding and you are reducing. What it means to me is that the capacity of Zoom Lion must be augmented.
Okay.
And that is where I'm coming from with the fact that there must be a comprehensive plan around how we deal with filth in Hohoe. For me, I want to see Hohoe as an exclusive area. I don't want to think about any other person.
Okay.
Any other municipality, if they are doing well or not, that is none of my business. But we need to sit around a table for us to agree to know, Zoom Lion, what can you do? What can't you do? If you can't do any, can we bring in somebody to do something else?
But that decision boils down to you. We needn't ask them.
Unfortunately,
if we have
there was a running contract before I came.
Okay.
And by the time we start all these issues of abrogation and stuffs, I don't want us to start on that note.
I get you.
Let's get a picture of what you can do. Let's limit you to what it is you can do effectively. Is it possible that yourself, you are also able to do something that takes care of something else?
Okay.
Is it possible that someone else is also picking something that takes care of something?
Okay.
To deal with the problem totally.
Okay.
I am aware there was a company that is currently looking for permit to operate as Plastic Waste Recycling Limited.
In our municipality?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And quickly, I've even invited them so that I engage them to understand exactly what their capacity is.
Okay.
How much it is they want to push in. And they are locating at the industrial center at Godon, and that was my joy.
Okay.
Because the whole area should become an industry
on its own.
So there's a lot we will have to do within the coming weeks and months. But for now, what we did today is today was not my first time of being there.
Yes, not the first time.
Yes, I was there last 2 weeks.
Okay.
Anytime that I'm available, even if I'm not around, my staff are committed to it. They feel that they will have to be holding the fort bit by bit whilst we prepare for the bigger picture. So that is what it is. You know, the market is a huge area. Immediately, and unfortunately, people move dirt from their homes to come and put at the market, at the blind side of the market women and people who were supposed to be guiding the place.
Okay.
So in the coming days, we'll be having a task force, an environmental task force to ensure such situations stop in the market. There are other plans to secure the market. We're currently working through some bill processes to see how we get the market.
Okay, Honorable, you know we are also dealing with time, so let's just quickly. So let's talk about the water rationing in Hohoe. What are your plans towards that?
My understanding is that their reservoirs are quite not large to take care of us.
The municipality is growing, the reservoir is still the same.
Yes,
that's where the problem is.
So that is one, and then I think their production capacity is also low. I was supposed to meet the waterworks manager today, but my day has been so occupied that meeting. But when I'm leaving, I'll pass by to see if he's in the office. We scheduled to see how we meet.
Okay.
There is this issue about moving water from Kpando to Hohoe. I see it to be a very long-term project. As for the people of Beledi, Fodome, and Pili, there are some water sources that we are working on to solve their problem.
Okay.
We are looking at Chachadu to support Alavanyo water project.
Okay.
But for Hohoe Township,
yes,
as we speak, we will need some level of huge investment to be able to deal with the reservoir issue and then their production capacity.
Okay.
And that is what it is that I want to engage him for. I know that the boreholes are also being sunk here and there, but my biggest concern is the regional hospital.
Okay.
They even rushing water at the regional hospital.
Yes, we are all in Hohoe, so it affects everybody.
Yes. So for them, I even wanted to discuss to see if it is possible to give them a specialized line.
Okay.
To solve the water issue in Hohoe, if it is possible to be done. So that will be one of my discussions. But for now, it's a major thing we have to do. It's not about just the singing of boreholes here and there. It is not solving the problem. We will need to deal with waterworks. That's why I'm saying that when we want to discuss my vision, we may not be able to carry it.
Sure.
It's a huge issue. The reservoir at Franco.
Okay.
When it pumps once, it can only supply one area. So it means that they pump water every day. That is why you even get 2 in a week.
Okay. Okay.
So when the water is loaded, they push out to an area.
Okay.
So your area is Monday.
Okay.
Then they push in water and give to, let's say, Hohoe on Tuesday.
Okay.
Push in water and give to Ahado on Wednesday.
Mm.
That's why you are able to even get twice a week.
Wow. Anyway,
Yes.
Honorable, still battling with time. So let's just one key thing that is bedeviling us as a country is youth unemployment. You have started touching on it already. What are your plans for the youth with regards to employment? You know, most of us, we are trained to just become employees. And so that's why every young man will tell you, oh, I want to get a job. Nobody's thinking of starting one on his own. Dovetail that with the Ejumawura project that the president has launched. What is our take as a municipality when it comes to Ejumawura? One of the things I have observed is that anytime these flagship programs are run, they just tend to select a few, which most of the time are politically connected and are supported at the expense of the others. What are you going to do differently this time? That these projects will look at people who have the competencies, they are trained, and then they are giving the startup kits to start something of their own. What would you do with regards to that?
Youth unemployment. I just pray that whatever comment it is that I make here, people don't get offended. So I'll be very careful in choosing my words.
No problem.
We need to begin to psych ourselves and change our mindsets. The mentality of somebody should employ me. We must begin to run away from it.
That is how we are trained from school.
And that is where it is that we need to start working on. Because for me, this issue about Ejumawura, youth in apprenticeship, here and there, NAPCO, we carried it, we left it somewhere. Somebody is employed for 2 years, he's not paid, and it is all out there. People should begin to think around entrepreneurship.
Sure.
Yesterday, I met the BRC director, that is the Business Resource Center director.
Okay.
And I was listening to her, and I felt that, so all these things have been existing. With the issue of the Ejumawura, the coding, the apprenticeship issue.
Yes.
I was just speaking to my MP this morning that I want us to create a desk.
Okay.
At the Business Resource Center. So that people who would even have challenges in understanding the programs.
Okay.
People who have challenges in registering for the program could walk to that desk. Because a lot of the things are being done internet-wise now. So I believe that when they get there with maybe a laptop in front, somebody could be aided to register for what it is that he wants to do.
Okay.
Starting from that point. I believe that we should be able to make room for these young ones who want to do a lot of entrepreneurship.
Okay.
Everybody who works to my office will tell you, I want to go into police. I want to go to security services. Immigration. Customs. And that has been the song we are all singing.
Okay. I also sang that song.
I was for a workshop yesterday at Hohoe. This MasterCard is partnering with Agri Impact.
Okay.
They had 8 good pillars that they were running on.
Okay.
Trying to train young ones, especially the girls, in agri-related areas. One, they have something they call agri-journalism.
Okay.
Where they train a journalist who will just report on agri, who will develop stories relating to agri. And they're developing agri premium drone usage. Where do you use, they'll train somebody to use drones to monitor farms, to ensure pesticides, pests and insects do not disturb farms.
And all that things
and all those things. There are a lot of things. And quickly I invited them.
That's great.
So my agri director was actually waiting for me in the office before I had to rush here.
Wow.
With the BRC coordinator, so that we develop a proposal quickly and meet with them to see how we can also tap into that.
Okay.
They are targeting 400,000 youths in 4 years.
Wow.
And I believe that our young ones, when this also comes, they make themselves available. And they are into these value chains: poultry,
Okay.
rice farming,
Mm-hmm.
soya beans, and tomatoes.
Okay.
In fact, as we speak, I'm in conversation with some owners of lands targeting 500 acres of land for all.
Wow, this is beautiful.
If we are able to pull that up, why won't people remove their suits so that we go to the farm?
Sure, we'll join
That
you.
is where the money is.
Mm.
I don't see how we will produce the poultry and we will not get market. Me, I don't anticipate us not getting market.
The
for
demand
it.
is high.
Very high. So when the cost is effective, why not? We'll get people buy it. Who says that our children in secondary schools should not be given chicken in their food? It should be available for them to buy.
Okay.
We use tomatoes in cooking for these young ones every day. Can you imagine having UHAS in the next 2-3 years with over 1,000 students, and you want to tell me your tomatoes will not be bought?
Oh, it will be bought. Even your eggs will be bought.
Is it?
Everything will go.
So the value chain, look, just as we are looking at the picture in that broad face, we must be ready to feed the system as well.
Exactly so.
And my target is that we should be able to cultivate over 1,000 acres of land before I leave office in the next 4 years.
Wow, that's a lot of work.
So the dream is big.
Yes.
I pray for collaborations. I pray for prayers. And I pray for patience so that we are able to do it together. So for youth unemployment, yes, the police things will come, the teacher thing will come, the nursing thing will come, but I want us to have that change of thought that, look, let's pull up ourselves and see if we can do things for ourselves and also employ somebody.
Sure.
Yes. And I'll provide the necessary platforms that helps people for that.
Thank you. That is the key thing, the necessary platform, because most of the time when we start a business, the environment is not conducive enough. The tax and other things, you get heckled and you then just fold up.
I understand.
We have a lot of topics we would like to delve into, but we will kindly now we know you have a lot and people are waiting for you in the office as well. We'll just pray that we'll have other engagements subsequently where we can delve into other key issues like education, like health and other key things. But today we are so grateful you spent some time with us, and then we're looking forward to seeing you more often. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Coming.
Before I leave, let me quickly just chip in this. Hohoe is hosting all districts and municipalities for a sports festival.
Whoa, when is that coming off?
18th to 25th of this month.
Of this very month,
yes.
May. 18th to 25th May.
But I
hosting all municipalities.
I am feeling we are being too quiet on it.
This is the first time I'm hearing that. In Volta region or Volta Enoti region?
Volta alone. That's
Volta
18
alone.
districts.
18 districts.
We are hosting them for under 12 and under 15 sports and games for 1 week.
1 whole week. That is an opportunity for somebody to make $1 million in doing business.
And I am like I'm saying, I'm getting worried. The advertisement is low. So I just want to appeal to your platform.
Sure.
The other media houses. Maybe we've not been doing it. So we don't know how we want to approach it. But please, the media houses, get in touch with the Ghana Education Service. See how you can help them.
Okay.
Pull it up.
Sure.
At least, can we help them get some flyers out there? Can we help them pull adverts on it? Can we hype our children's preparation? They are currently at camp preparing.
Okay.
Yes, our children are at camp. Over 200 contingents are in camp preparing. I visited them the other time. The assembly supported them with some foodstuffs. But I feel that the picture, the advertisement is too quiet. Okay. This is a whole business environment for 1 week.
1 whole week.
I am tempted to say that we want to even sell water from the assembly. Yes. If people will not go into buy pure water now and sell, we want to go into it and sell and get money.
Okay.
And taxi drivers, these motor riders, they will definitely make some level of money.
It will affect the entire economy. You know, our team was there yesterday to even video them. So even when you're following our platform, yes.
Good.
So subsequently, we will also be going there to give updates.
Please get nearer. I believe this is the first time they are doing the hosting.
Yes.
So the vim around pulling it up for people to support them is not coming up.
Okay.
Help them. You are more into adverts. You are more into these things.
Okay.
Get closer. When you go to Kafri Boso,
okay,
it's at assembly. Yes, it's at the education office.
Okay.
They should be able to brief you. See what it is you can do to support them.
Sure.
I'm just appealing to you. Let's not take money from them. Let's do some advertisements for them. Okay. Let's run them on the air and let people get interested, so that these 18 municipalities and districts that will come here for one full week will not just be in waste.
So where are they going to be playing the games?
I learned the stadium and reps will be used.
Wow.
And after this,
okay,
the senior high sports festival.
Yes.
The entire regional one.
It's also coming here.
Hohoe.
Oh, then
I'm telling you, Hohoe is a junction.
That's great.
So let's help create something around some of these things for them. So thank you very much. I'm grateful you hosted me. There are a lot of things we want to talk about.
Sure.
And finally, my brothers and sisters riding motor in town. I am begging you, for your own sake, put on helmet. For your own sake, when the traffic is on, don't jam it.
Sure.
For your own sake, register your motorbike. It is for your own safety.
Sure. Beyond
the police officer saying, don't do it. I've caught you. Think about your own self. For me, as for the cause, every day they've seized my motor. They have done this one. They should have mercy on me. The workload there is so huge that sometimes you ask, why did they seize the motor? And I didn't wear my helmet. Where is the helmet? It was on my lap.
Honorable, I also think that subsequently when they call you, just let the Lord deal with us so that we can learn from it. That is the best way to do it.
So I'm just appealing to them. Let us do the right thing. And I'm appealing to the system. When we come for revenues, it's a new era.
Sure.
And I want to promise them, I won't disappointment in applying their revenues effectively.
Thank you so much, Honorable Prosper Kumi, the Municipal Chief Executive of the Hohoe Municipality. Viewers, you've heard it all from him. Subsequently, we'll be engaging him on other issues and matters that are of key interest to you all. So stick and stay with us. This is DS Online TV, where you get your education, you get informed, and you get all your products advertised to the entire public. My name is Pius Athony, and I've been your host. See ya.